Hey guys, Huron here. I have a special treat for you today. Um, this is something the Black Matt likes to do, and I thought I'd share it as well. Um, I thought that since I've been showing you how to paint Howling Griffons and you've been watching my videos, but you haven't really seen my army, so I thought today I would show you what I have so far for my Griffons and what state that it's all in. I'd like to start with something that's been painted pretty nicely and is one of my only finished vehicles. So check it out. This is a Rhino that I have painted. You can see it's got weathering on the tracks. It's got some nice detail work done to it. Some smoke on the exhaust. I've even done the interior. Door opens and closes. Ah, come on. Well, it's supposed to open and close. It looks like I have to loosen it up, painted it shut. I haven't opened it in a bit. So let's talk about the rest of the vehicles. This Rhino I use pretty often. If you watch my videos, you have seen that I usually use anywhere from 2 to 4 Rhinos in most games. This is a Razorback. It very easily can become a Rhino. I need to make another bolter for it. This one's missing the bolter. I need to get one made for that. If you watch my videos, you've seen my Crusader do okay, or sometimes really well, sometimes not. I recently, in my last video, I switched over to the regular Land Raider. This is a new tactic of mine. It has to do with the composition of my army since the new Eternity book came out. I'll be talking more about that another time. In addition to that, you can see I have 3 drop pods. They're in different levels of completion. Right now, they're currently not a standard part of my army. I've used them in a couple of games, but that's about it. They support my 3 dreadnoughts, which are over here. You can see I have one completed. That's what it looks like if I can get it to focus. There you go. One completed. Yeah, I know that the 100-killer missile isn't legal. That's something left over from a previous edition. I gotta pop that off and change that up. Originally, this was going to be a Blood Angels army, which I believe the 100-killer missile is a legal choice for. But then I started painting them Howling Griffons, and it got changed. I also have another dreadnought that's just about done. It needs a little bit more work. I've got a forgeable plasma cannon for it. Need to finish him up one of these days, and I just switched over his heavy bolter to a heavy flamer. I also have an ironclad, which one of these days I need to get back to working on. Right now, it's proven that regular ironclad tends to not be as useful as just a regular dreadnought because the regular dreadnought's cheaper. So yeah. So right now, this is my only finished tactical squad. You can see it's pretty nice. You've seen him before, the sergeant. I showed him off in a video, but you know, weathering and damage. So I have one tactical squad done like that. I have a second tactical squad here, which is in the process of being completed. It needs a little bit more work. Then I have 2 more tactical squads for a total of 4. I use these depending on what I'm doing with the video, depending on how many points I have. The next thing I'm going to paint after I finish the second tactical squad is going to be these guys right here. They have a Power Fist, a Melt-A-Gun, and a Multi-Melta. But more on them as I go along. You've also seen them in my video, but here's my assault squad. They're in process. Some of them I've started doing the black weapon phase, which is you'll see in the next tutorial. You've seen the front 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shield guys, and occasionally you might catch the yellow 2 Lightning Claw guys in the back from some of the earlier videos. I've only been using the 5 recently. They are really the core of my army. Between them and the tactical squads, they're sort of in every army, and then depending on what I'm doing, assault squads, dreadnoughts, you've seen the Vindicators, which are sitting back there. There's actually a third in a shrink wrap box that I need to get done for when I do Apocalypse games for a Linebreaker Squadron. But then over here, you'll see I've got 6 regular Terminators. I've used them in one game against Mike. Not sure if I ever showed a video of that one or not. It only went 3 turns. But they're coming along. I'm painting them for part of a painting competition. And one of these days you'll see them in a video. They need some more work. As you can see, I've got 10 Scouts and a Landspeeder Storm that in the first version of this army. When I first started playing Howling Griffons, I used a Pedro Cantor style army, and I used the Scouts in the Storm to outflank when I didn't have the ability to outflank with Con. So let's actually talk about some HQ. But first, I've got a really nice Predator. It's got a magnetized bolters on the sides, top turns. I'm using the Sisters of Battle top piece, which really makes it look more like a tank. The guns are up front and up top, which I really like. Also, this heavy weapon, I call it, it's a Huron pattern Predator. I have a couple of them. It's in my Chaos Army, and it's the only one that's not in the Chaos Army. It's just using a standard autocannon from an IG and replacing the barrel from the standard Predator. I like it better. I think it looks more like what an autocannon should look like, and not the really heavy barrel that you see on the standard model. Besides that, we've got this is the beginning of another squad that I've started. This is the guy you've been seeing me paint in my tutorials. His 2 buddies are also models you may see in the future tutorials. This is my command squad and Con. Here's my Con model for all you to see up close and personal. It's actually the actual Con model, except I've taken off all the lightning bolts and winged motifs of the white scars. I've changed the head with the head from the command squad. Replaced a couple of details, but overall it's still pretty much the straight up standard model. You can see my command squad. They're pretty cool. I'll talk about them in a later video. They're made from parts from many different kits. If you're looking to see where the Centurion head bit's from, I can tell you it's from the Dire Avengers. Alright, so now my HQ. The only HQ that I really have 100% complete is the first HQ that I used when I first started the army. And that's this Iron Father. He's pretty cool. I like the way he came out. He does pretty well. However, I've found that he doesn't, without an invulnerable save, he tends to get picked out and killed pretty quickly, and when he gets into close combat, and that's just not very useful. So for now, he's been shelved. Here's the Pedro Cantor model that I converted. It's based on the actual Pedro Cantor. It's got a head bit from a Chaos Knight, some detail changes. His new name is called Captain Bersalak. He's part of the theme of my Howling Griffons. I'll talk about that another time. You saw in the last game I was using a chaplain. I painted this guy up. He's not quite done yet, but I started working on him for a different tournament. I've got this Librarian in Power Armor that I started a while ago. Who's actually from my Blood Angels when I was working on Blood Angels, and I've been using it. I've been trying him out with the Griffons, but I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to actually switch to him. I've got another chaplain in Terminator armor, and then this guy. Now let's show you a quick little picture of him. He's coming along pretty well, and he is my entry. Well, he'll be a standard feature in my army in the near future, but he's my entry for the Golden Boulder competition over at Bolter and Chainsword. So I need to finish him up in the next couple of days, and you'll see him there. So last but not least, as this video is coming up on 10 minutes, are the 2 land speeders back there, and that's the key to my new anti-tyrannid strategy, and you'll be seeing more of them in videos soon.